Hello, everybody. I'm so excited. Why, you ask? Because today is day one of our rapid fire reviews. Woo! Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure I'm live because I'm not using the Facebook direct thing, which does not give you a countdown anymore. Like, when did they get rid of that? And what were they thinking? People need to know when they're live. Like, do I need to just keep stalling, or should I just keep staring at the screen blankly, not knowing what's going on and looking like a doofus? Like, we got to know what's up when we're going live. So please let me know that you're here in the chat. And if you have questions throughout this entire session, please ask those in the chat too. But before we jump in, let me tell you what we're doing here. So we are, every day this week, we are doing what I'm calling rapid fire reviews. And last week I asked for some brave volunteers, and we have some amazing badass women who have boldly raised their hand virtually for something they probably really actually don't know what they've really signed up for. So extra kudos to you, ladies. What we're doing is taking a look at the links that they had sent, and it could be anything from a web page to a sales page, which is what we're looking at today, a social media channel, and like if you want me to look at like your LinkedIn profile or your Facebook profile or page. Not your profile, that's not as business related, but like your Facebook page, that's great. But most gals have either submitted a sales page or their website homepage as an example. So every day we're looking at someone else's work, and I'm going to be going through and giving my tips and tricks. And Johanna, yeah, you're here. Today we're looking at Johanna's. Johanna Walker is an amazing speaker out of the Colorado, I think Boulder, is it Boulder, Colorado area, or Denver? I know you're in Colorado. And she's actually live with us here today. So I hope that that as you guys all have questions, that Johanna can help chime in as well. And what we're looking at is her sales page for talk offering that she's about to release. So this is a work in progress. So I want to make sure that everyone knows this was not meant to be a final page that she had sent. So although it does look pretty done, if you ask me. But Johanna is, her audience is mission-driven entrepreneurs, particularly people who have been in business for a few years and are ready to amplify their voice through speaking. So without further ado, oh yes, Boulder, great. Without further ado, I'm going to jump on over and share my screen. StreamYard is telling me things that I don't have time to look at. There we go. All right. I hope you can all see the screen. While screen sharing, just know that I can no longer see your comments. So as you're asking comments, I'm going to have to jump on over. So first of all, I just want to give a quick shout out again, just to Johanna for being not only volunteering for this crazy thing that we're doing this week, but also for going first. So excellent. When we are looking at any kind of web page in particular, this applies to home pages, sales pages, etc. You quite literally only have 3 seconds to get someone's attention. And in those 3 seconds, you also have 3 things that you need to convey within those 3 seconds. So you basically have like a second per thing. And that is who you're selling to, like who's your audience, what are you selling, and how do they buy? So those are 3 things that you want to make sure that you're conveying right away. And I can tell you right now, I feel like you're hitting all of them. It's very clear that you're all about speaking. There's a lovely full background image of you doing a TEDx talk. Amazing. And if you haven't watched it, by the way, please go find it. Johanna, if you feel free to put a link to your TEDx talk in the comments for all of us to watch. You're a wonderful speaker. So you are definitely communicating that that's who you are, what you do, that's your profession, and that you're an expert at it. And then you have craft and book your talk. Uniquely you, client attracting, change the world talk. Yes, even if the thought of it scares the bejesus out of you. I love that, by the way. Anytime you can have fun in your copy, I think is a huge win. And you have this amazing, large call to action. I'm ready to speak. Yes. All right. So far, 10 out of 10. I'm loving it. The one thing I will say, this is so minor and so nitpicky, put a comma after yes. Like I said, super nitpicky. But that's the kind of feedback I like to help provide. But I love this. This is uniquely you, client attracting, change the world. Very value-based. I totally understand who you're looking for. Like, yes, I want to raise my hand. This is me. I'm not going to click this button just yet. I want to keep scrolling down. Aha. And in this area, you have 3 different, let's say, values or benefits is what this looks like. Engage your audiences, get more yeses, amplify your impact. Yes, 100%. Those are wonderful, wonderful benefits to why someone should sign up. It's really interesting when I first looked at this. I don't know if you're familiar with StoryBrand and the StoryBrand framework. If you're not, it's a really good book for people who want to really figure out what their how to message to whom they're trying to reach. And it's just a really nice framework. And as I saw this, I was like, oh, I wonder if Johanna's familiar with this framework. Oh, thank you for sharing your TEDx talk. You're still adding some beefy testimonials at the bottom. Great, awesome. I'll keep that in mind for when we get to it. But what I was trying to ramble on about was the StoryBrand framework. It's really interesting because, can I share this tab too? It's not going to let me right now. But what it does is it talks about like this top part of the page, in design speak, above the fold, this bottom part being the fold, the visible part of the screen when someone first comes to your page. There's a lot of debate about the fold, but for now we'll ignore that. But right afterwards, you want to have this, according to like the StoryBrand framework, you want to make sure that you're talking about the values, the benefits that support what it is that you've just talked about in that first above the fold header area. And so this is perfect. I love this. The one thing I will comment on is that this engage, convert, amplify, I actually had not really, it hadn't really clicked that those are words. And so I had just now only read them now. So I would, from a design standpoint, either a couple, I'm just trying to decide, I'm thinking in my head of like, is it the font, the Sprk'd font that's hard to read at that size? I love that font. I think it's called like Playwright or something like that. We use it too. That font is definitely too fussy, too detailed to use at that small size. So I would either go with just the icon or change the font and make those larger. I would honestly, if you can find icons that like more distinctly represent audiences, getting yeses, someone like raising their hand, for example, or amplifying, megaphone comes to mind, amplifying an audience, either maybe a microphone or better yet, a crowd of people. If you can find icons like that, that would be really good. I think that would actually probably help support what you're trying to do there a little bit more. I love that you have this quote, a seed was planted that continues to grow in beautiful ways. I'm not going back. Too much is possible now. This reverse bold, the is possible now. This is a little strange to me. I would if you want to emphasize is possible now, I would flip the bold on that. And then in general, I would just add when everything is bold, nothing is emphasized. This is great. I love this. I love the touch of the signature here. You don't actually. I really like that in testimonials. Or even a quote. I think this is more of a quote than a testimonial, but it definitely adds a lovely human element to it. It's time to stop hiding. Yes. Let's get you speaking so you can grow your business. Yes, I love that. So this is really great. This, again, just really emphasizes the value-based messaging that you have up at the top. Love this, love this, love this. Best kept secret. I think you might need a period here. Let's get you speaking. Yeah, because this is that's an actual sentence. You know what? And I'm not usually a fan of exclamation points, but I feel like here is okay to have a exclamation point. Like it's time you stopped hiding. I think that's okay. Think about it. Would you rather? Yes. Okay. I love this. Yes, because these are where you're talking about your audience, getting them identified. You're making sure that there's alignment between you and the audience that you're speaking to, that you definitely understand the audience that you're trying to reach. Great. And I was just checking. I'm like, are you guys able to see me? I'm like doing all this gesturing, and I'm like, am I actually gesturing to no one? Okay. But yes, I love this. You want to make sure on any kind of sales page or your homepage, you are making sure that you're able to filter out the folks that don't belong there. So like if I haven't thought about any of these things, then clearly I should seek elsewhere. But yeah, I don't want to hang out on the sidelines anymore. Right on. And this is such a welcoming photo. And also, for many reasons. One, because you're just lovely as is, but two, your arms are outreached, like you're like welcoming. You're smiling. It's really hard to get a good photo like this when you're talking, just because we do gesture and our mouths are moving the whole time. So I absolutely love this. I also love this from a design standpoint and from like a psychology standpoint, because you're looking at the words that you want the people to read. So important design consideration for all you out there is don't have photos looking away from the page. Have it look towards the text. Have the photo, if you have a person in it, which is a good thing, the eyes are drawn. There's been a lot of studies on this. The eyes are drawn to people on a web page and in real life. But yeah, make it look, it's all about movement in design, right? Have the eye move. So we're kind of doing this here, which is great. So I don't know if you knew that or not, or if you did that on purpose, but kudos. That's really well done. Here's what I know about you. Great, reinforcing what you're doing right in the section above, but tell me if this sounds familiar. Again, I will say this is a lot of text. I do love how you are giving everything ample amount of space in between. You've got these fun megaphone icons as bullet points. Wonderful. I might do a design treatment that's more, so you've got a photo on the right over here, and then you have text here. I would maybe put a photo here in place of, but tell me if this sounds familiar, and then drop that text section one level down and have a photo on the left, if that makes sense. So it's like alternating. Apple does this a lot, or at least they used to. It's alternating photo, like photo, text. So I hope that's making sense. By the way, if there's questions from anybody, just please chime in. Another thing, I feel like what you could do here is repeat a little bit of, just for to reinforce your design choices, and to stick with the same style that you've built out, and to make it have a little bit more depth, is do a full background photo again. Maybe reverse out the text. Reverse out, by the way, means have it in white on a dark background. you know, or similar treatment to what you've done at the very top of the page, so that, you know, just kind of like this dark background. You can repeat styles like that. I would still want to make sure that the header is like the boldest, of course, but maybe if this was a black and white scaled back image in the background, I think that could be really nice. But overall, yeah, this is just like a lot of text and people don't read. It looks like you've got some font size differences. Like it looks like there's 3 different fonts sizes in here, and you've got 3 different font colors here too, which I get the color change. I think that's probably fine, but it's just like a lot of differences, and again, all a lot of text. So what would I do with this? How would it feel? Maybe it's just a little bit more space in between. Oh, I think I see what you're doing. This is the smallest text and this is the largest text. So it's like a build. I feel like you can push that a little further to make that more clear. I like that idea. And I don't know if that's like my first thought, which is not always the best thought, is maybe to add like little arrows in between here to just show a continuation, or dotted lines to show that it continues. That's probably too sketchy for the feel that you're doing, but again, lots of text. So if you can break this up with space and graphics, I feel like that would be helpful. And or combination of those, each one maybe is in a separate area versus full on full width end-to-end text. So maybe like, again, that staggered kind of approach. That's the word I was looking for, staggered. Have that at the top, like that it's likely that one, and then I could see some like arrow or something like that go to, are you ready for your inner badass? You know, what would that do for your business? Sorry, reading and talking clearly doesn't work for me. So I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna try to check the comments. Yes, love dark backgrounds. Easy on that. It is. Liz, thank you so much. Here, ooh, wait. Look at that. This is why we use StreamYard, because we can do fun things like this. It's been a minute, so I forgot. Yeah, so Liz, who is amazing, she agrees that, yeah, it's easy on the eyes. The only time it gets really hard is when you're using body copy, so like the really small text. So like that's why, this is almost a little too much to reverse out, but I feel like it's big enough that that it would be okay. So that's just always something you have to be careful with. Fancy. No, it is fancy. And again, if anyone wants to see Johanna's TED Talk, it's on the TED channel. So hooray. Please go check that out. Okay. Ooh, more quotes. Oh, are these the beefy testimonials you were talking about? Yes, it is. It is. Yes. Yeah. Oh, maybe you've tried. Yeah, I love this. Ooh, you got a lot of good psychological sales tactics going on here. Yes, I love it. So again, like, you know, it's the like, are you tired of this? I understand who you are. I love all that. In this dotted line design, I know you're trying to make it stand out. This makes me feel like it's a coupon. What do you say? I usually say coupon. It reminds me of when you're in you're going through someone's funnel, right? You like clicked on an ad and you go to their sales page and then you say, yes, I would like to buy this. And then you get the form and you get this little like upsell area. It's often called a one-time offer in marketing speak, an OTO, if you will. It reminds me of that. So that could just be because I am looking at that shit all the time. And so that's like a design aesthetic that's just like triggering for me. I don't know that the non-marketing person would really catch on to that, but I feel like you can find a different way to make that stand out. Again, you've got this, oh, here's another thing. You've got this section, which is all on white. Yeah. Okay, so this whole thing is all on white, but they're really different thoughts. And so I feel like anytime you have that much of a departure in thought, I think it warrants a design change, like a section change. So like maybe if that goes, all of this goes onto that dark background, or maybe this goes onto the dark background. You can, I think either one could work out really well. You know, again, like the alternating, these should probably stay on the light background because they're nice, but I could see them working well with like a lovely, that like coral color that you're using. And I think you were also using purple as well. No, oh, that was just how the background turned out. But yeah, like this lovely coral. I think that would make a lovely background color. You've got green in there. You've got a lot of options. You're using this, oh, is this the same coral or is this looks a little orangey to me? Anyways, those are details that are not all that important. I feel like you only have that call to action at the top of the page. I feel like you're due for a call to action. Here might do. This is what we do in Craft Your Talk. Boom, sign up now. Still not convinced? Read more. Don't actually say that part, but I think a call to action here would be really great. Yes, more testimonials. Oh my God, I love this photo of you. Here's where I come in. Yes. Oh, I see why you don't have a call to action there yet. Yeah. Maybe like a ... like, but wait, there's more kind of a thing. Maybe that would be good. I don't know. I want something here because like, this is like a transition area. Because this is where you're like, okay, enough about you. This is where we're talking about me. And I think because there's this testimonial, I think that's also where I was like thinking there should be a call to action here. I'm just debating. I'm sorry. I should be doing my thinking out loud instead of just staring at the screen. What I was debating in my head was, should this testimonial come after the here's where I come in, so that you don't lose momentum of this is what we do in Craft Your Talk. I don't know, play with it. See what you think feels better from a flow perspective. I think you have options here. Again, love this photo. You're just so fun. Very much love that. And yes, you are just, this is awesome. I love this. You're just such a badass. And you are doing a really good job of showing that you're an authority. And I really appreciate the sprinklings of bold in here as well. I think that's really, really great. Liz loves your testimonial box, especially the font for the person's name. I do too. Yeah, I definitely love definitely love the script. I think that's a very, very nice design talk. You can do this. This is where this font, play scripts, something, is really great when it's big and bold like that. Although not literally bold. This is really great. I'd love to see this in a color other than black, just because it's such a fun thing. It could be great in coral. By the end of this course, yep. I love the use of emojis. Emojis are my love language, and GIFs. Liz knows I love GIFs. Oh, and yep, these are you're making me make the assumption that these are people you've worked with. There's a wonderful book that's like a mainstay in user-centered design, called Don't Make Me Think. I think it's by Steve Krug, if memory serves me. It's been around for like, I want to say like 20 years. And it's still it still holds up. A lot of it is a lot of foundational things of like, just don't make your users think. Like, you don't want to hit them over the head, but you know, sometimes you make a little bop is good. So even if it's like in that script of like who I've worked with or successes, something along that. Those are not the best words for that, but I would tell the people, who are these people? I love the design aesthetic here. You're kind of introducing a new element with that we haven't seen. Everything's been very clean, so up to this point. So I would say that's fine, but feel free to add some more flourishes in the rest. Again, I know this is not done, so maybe you're planning on that. Yep, and then great. This is what we're here to talk about. Yep, going into the modules, everything in here, yes. Johanna, you have sold me. I'm probably going to sign up for this. Signing, next session starts soon too. Yay. Here's what you'll get. Look at all this amazingness. Yep. And I feel like you're doing a really good job here of with design. Like this stuff, I think you want it to be a little bit more plain, simple, straightforward. Here's what you're getting. Thank you for left aligning the bullets, centered bullets. Just looks so weird. See, doesn't really. Oh. I'm trying to put that up there. For those two testimonial boxes that are on top of one another, the testimonial boxes were smaller. These fit side by side. When we changed the design of the testimonial box, they don't fit side by side. I thought that they worked fine on top of each other. That didn't bother me. You did that, I think, a couple times above that section. So I felt like that worked A-okay. Great question. And I was going to ask if you were working with a designer on this, and it sounds like you are. So awesome. Either way would have been awesome. I would have been extra impressed if you were not working with a designer. What's the investment? 1 payment, yep, or 3 monthly payments. Yes, awesome. I love that. Sign up. Call to action. It's right here. I don't know that you need to repeat. I would just get rid of this and make this not the same size as this. This is the heading. What's the investment? And then this is like a heading, maybe in this kind of a font, the 3 monthly payments font and style. I would choose different photos just because they're 2 different things. And a photo of you here is actually weird to me. I feel like this could be better utilized if it's reinforcing what it is. This is 1 payment, this is 3. Or it's like, and also from a psychological standpoint, are you incentivizing people to do the pay in full somehow? Do they get like an extra bonus or extra giveaway? They're obviously, I went to art school for a reason. I don't math. I'm assuming that 3 payments of $467 total more than the $1297. So aside from that, which you should probably say a savings of blah, blah, blah. Here, also to make that, again, an incentive of why someone would want to. Oh, it is mostly you. Right on. This is amazing. So I hope that's helpful. Yes, and then FAQs. I would actually I wouldn't necessarily label it as FAQ, just because it feels very SaaS, like software as a service, like a tool kind of a thing and a kind of an approach. But if you were to say something like some questions that I often get, humanize it a little bit instead of having FAQ up at the top. I love that. And I would say repeat the call to action again. So I would say, choose the plan that works for you. And I would add a little bit of copy. So it's like, I love that this is like nail in the coffin closing on a sales page that isn't smarmy. I hate smarmy. So it's like you can, so like here's your options. Like you can continue to, and like kind of repeat some of the things that you talked about. You can continue to struggle with public speaking, not having an additional way of promoting yourself or your business, or you can, get over your fear, however you want to phrase it, make speaking your bitch. This is my tone, not necessarily yours. This is yours. Like, I love saying like choice is yours at the bottom, because it really is. It puts the power in their hands, which it always is anyways. but it's not you saying like, buy now, because that's obnoxious. So I really like, after an FAQ like this, repeating the options and then restating in a different way. Like, so you can continue going down this path that you're on and not getting anywhere, or you can hire a coach and have some help. Pick me. Let's go. Let's do this. Yeah, and that's it. I think that's wonderful. I think you did a really, really great job. I think you've got a lot of wonderful bones here. And, oh, if we refresh, oh, let's go back. Let's see. How do I share my screen again? Oh, there we go. I need to get reacquainted with StreamYard again. Okay, I'm going to refresh. Oh, you're doing this all in Kajabi. Interesting. Oh, wait, where am I supposed to go? Sorry. If you refresh, my assistant just added a beefier testimonials at the bottom. I think these should be all the way at the bottom. Yeah, okay, I haven't seen that yet, but I would probably agree. Let's go look. Oh, beefier testimonials. Yes. Oh, I love these. Yes. Not here though. I wouldn't do that here. Because here it's like you've got them and you told them the price, boom, call to action, right? So flip the testimonials with this choose which plan that works best for you. I think that will be top notch. And I'm also debating. So usually, yeah, okay, got it. Yeah, what's the investment, call to action, the 2 plans, so that they can actually sign up, not just saying what the 2 plans are, because all the call to actions in the world, or bop us in the head. Then these beefy testimonials, which are great, and we have a random period here, FYI. And then the FAQs. I mean, and then, you know, again, like then reinstate the options in a different way. And then if you wanted to, you can break up those testimonials and close on testimonials, or you could just end it right there. And I think that's great. So, yeah. So, oh, and then the FAQs. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I didn't see when that actually popped up. So just to reiterate real quick, what's the investment? Make these either clickable, or I really like your two buckets. I would put those here, then the testimonials, then the FAQs. And if you want to repeat the 2 payments, you know who I think does this pretty well? Leah Niederthal. Let me see if I can. I blanked on her website for a second. It's smartgetspaid.com. I'm going to share that screen. Sorry. Thank you for holding. I think, how do we get there? I haven't been on her page in a minute. Oh, no, that's just to get the guide. Oh, maybe she took it down. She used to have something that was just very simple. And it was really this like orange button, but it was 2 options. Yeah, she's changed it. Excuse me. But she does a really great job of interspersing the calls to action throughout as well. So if you're not familiar with Leah Niederthal, everyone else, I know Johanna is. That's how I met her. We went through a program together with her, and she's wonderful. She's really great for a sales coach and also for LinkedIn content as well. So Johanna, I hope that helps. How do you feel? Let us know. I need to figure out how. Oh, maybe I can invite you. I know I can. If you want to come on live, I can send you the link to hop on. Oh, won't let me chat. Why won't let me chat? Oh, StreamYard, what are you doing to me here? So anyways, so if you let me know what feedback you have on my feedback. Oh, thank you so much. Very helpful. Yay. I'm so glad. Excellent. And friends, if you want to have a session like this of your own, I'm doing these I'll be here all week. But also, if you do want to have one that is uniquely your own and not presented live in front of our collective group, it's a safe space, though. We're all friends. You can book your own marketing therapy session here, which is really, this is what we do, except over time throughout the day. And so you can sign up here. There's a bit.ly link right there for you. And I'm going to be here. I'm literally going to be here every day at 11 Central Time. So if you would like to submit, I can do some more submissions. I spent a lot of time on Johanna's because she was the only one for today. But if we have another volunteer, I can work you into one of the other sessions the rest of the week. So thank you so much for joining. I hope you've all gotten a ton out of this beyond just Johanna. Because a lot of these concepts are kind of pretty much universal. So things like you only have 3 seconds to get someone's attention. One, your website needs to be fast enough to load that quickly. So some websites take 3 seconds to load and you're just going to lose people. So site speed is a huge issue to begin with. So make sure that foundational stuff is taken care of. And then I'm trying to recap some of the things that all the things that we talked about. Yes, so your value-based messaging. So that means talking about the value that you provide for folks needs to be up at the top. They need to know that they're in the right place, that you are speaking to them, and they need to know what's the next step. If it's not to buy, we were looking at a sales page today. So on your homepage, you might have like a get started now or something like that, but you might also have a download this cheat sheet or something that's helpful so that you can nurture those people so they can begin to know, like, and trust you. And then you want to re-emphasize those benefits, like those 3 bucket areas that we looked at. And actually we have, this might be a little bit much to show you on a live stream, but when we're working on someone else's content, we pretty much take this hybrid wireframe content deck approach, where this first section is like that header section that we saw in Johanna's, the full background, lovely photo, and then her call to action of let's start. And then the benefit buckets underneath. You want to talk about the problem. So we have this is like a crazy long page. And you don't need all of these individual elements. Like there's no authority building video here because Johanna doesn't necessarily need it because she's already done that in her photo on the first section of the page. A 3-step plan to get started. Again, that's something that's great for a homepage. Johanna doesn't necessarily need that for hers. So, but this is how we typically work when we are trying to put someone's homepage together. We have a ton of other tools and templates like this that we use. And so when we're working with, oh yeah, you can totally ask another question. I was going to add a paragraph under the benefits to lay out the story of the problem I solve. You can. I don't think you need it though. I feel like I got the story I feel like I got the problem, and like people know, you have the benefit that public speaking is like the #1 fear. So you do have that as a benefit. So it's a little, I feel like, more easily understood. I don't think you need it. I might keep that for your homepage, perhaps. That might be a little bit of a better use for that. So a great question. Donald Miller, by the way, for everyone who is not familiar, is the author of this book that I happen to have on my desk, Building a Story Brand. There are also certified coaches. I am not one because it's like $10,000 a year, and screw that. I've been in marketing for 20 years. I can read that book and like apply the concepts for you. So yeah, so it is an amazing book. You can, I would highly suggest reading that book if you have not already. And I'm more of an audiobook person. I listened to it on the audiobook and promptly got the hard copy because it's just fun to work within. So I think I have done enough talking. Thank you all again for being here. Thank you again to Johanna for being our very first volunteer. And again, like I said, I'm going to be here all week for these with someone different every day, 11 o'clock Central. And if you want your own private session, Marketing Therapy is where it's at. Have a great day. Bye. And thank you.